What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter, and today is a different kind of breakdown with to come to the board. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people always asking me shit about Chief Keef. That's the main person I'm always asked about, and I say this shit all the time. Like I say, they know I'm a drill historian. They understand I've been covering the culture for a while now. They actually seen me talking to some of the key players involved in the drill culture, so they feel like my opinion is valuable. So I like to be honest with it and not take it for granted. One of the questions I'm always asked about that's not involved with rap related but still drill influence. A lot of people are always asking me, what is the first shots fired in a war in Chirac? You know, and that's kind of like a question that's kind of crazy. It causes me all kind of euphoria just to even think about that. Because it's hard to say that. The gang violence always been here. Killings always been here. Shootings always been here. It always been murderous shit that always happened out here. So it's hard to say that. But in my opinion, I can tell you it's one thing that I noticed and I pinpointed a while ago that kind of caught my attention that makes me feel like these wasn't the first shots in the war in Chirac, but this is one of the first things that kind of caught the attention kind of globally, besides like the Yummy shit. We all know like Yummy Sandifer kind of caught big time around the world and shit like that. But I recall, if I'm not mistaken, in May of 20, we're going to break it down. Even though this is like that, we're going to do it a little different though. But in my opinion, one of the first things I noticed, and like one of the first shots fired in the war in Chirac that kind of involved the drill culture and shit like that, I'm going to say I believe in 2007, May. I believe it was May 27 of 2007, okay? It was a young man by the name of Blair Holt, okay? I believe he was 16 years old, and he went to the school Julian, I believe, on the south side of Chicago. Okay? He was a young man. He was just coming home from school on the south side of Chicago. I believe he got on a bus. Him and his friends got on a bus, I believe, headed towards Halsted, you know, and they got to, I believe, 105th, like between 107th, okay? In that area, somewhere between 105th and 107th, he was on the bus when some young people ended up getting on the bus. You know, and these young people who was on the bus thought it was rival gang members on the bus that Blair was on, okay? So it was rival gang members. Rivals, you know, targeted this bus, okay? Rivals targeted this bus. Unfortunately, this young man was on this bus when rivals targeted. Now, it was a lot of young people. They were chilling, they were smoking, and they came up with a decision to get a gun and go shoot at some ops that be getting on this bus. That be on this bus. They ass get out of school. Them niggas on that bus. You feel me? So they ended up going to a bus stop, getting on the bus, okay? One of the guys on this bus name was Michael Pace, okay? He ended up getting caught, but that's too far in the story. That's finished going. Okay, the rivals targeted this bus that Blair Holt was on, okay? The rivals targeted that bus. When they get on the bus, they see a guy on the bus who supposedly is one of their rivals. So, you know what young people do. Instead of walking up on them, doing what the fuck they got to do to the motherfucker who did it to him, they say, hey, I got a smart idea. We just gonna shoot blindly on the bus. All on the motherfucking bus. Disrespectful as hell. They shoot like that all on the motherfucking bus. 5 people get hit. 1 killed. Okay? So that's 4 wounded, 1 killed, altogether 5. The 1 person that's killed is Blair. Now, when they look at the video footage on the CTA bus, remember, they're on the CTA bus. The bus in Chicago is called the CTA, Chicago Transit Authority. When they look at the video, it looks like Blair Holt was shielding his friend. Okay? So it looks like Blair Holt was shielding his friend, his girl. It looks like he was shielding friend, okay? Rumor on the street, Michael Pace was shooting at a rapper that's locked up right now. So rumor on the street is Michael Pace is shooting at a rapper that's locked up right now. This happened in the neighborhood where Zach TV grew up at. So all this happened in the neighborhood where Zach TV grew up. Zach TV grew up in a real neighborhood. Please don't get it confused. Even though he was a real good dude, he did have a real story. He grew up in that same neighborhood this shit happened in. Blair Holt ended up losing his life. Michael Pace ended up getting arrested. The guy who killed him was a juvenile. He was a juvie. He ended up getting arrested. Once he hit a certain age, they gave him 100 years. Eventually in life, the trial systems came out. The laws were different in 2007 when this happened. Eventually, laws updated. He was able to get a retrial. They refixed it. He went to trial again, and they beat it. But they only beat it to knock some time off his motherfucking time. So instead of 100 years, he gets 75 years. Okay? He's going to be eligible for parole once he's 85 years old. He's going to be eligible for parole. So he's going to be in prison for a pretty long time, unfortunately. Sad situation, if you ask me. But in my opinion, these is the first shots in the war in Chirac that kind of stood out to me. This is what kind of made me say, damn, what the hell? Okay. And I was living in Chicago at this time. Now, remember, I don't live in Chicago right now. I had to move away from Chicago, unfortunately, because shit got wild. I started getting noticeable and it wasn't safe. But unfortunately, my whole family still lives there, so I'm there all the fucking time. You will run into me and see me, say, what's up? I am friendly. You see me all the fucking time. But I'm telling you, I was there when this happened. And this was a sad situation. He was only 16 years old. Blair Holt was only 16 years old. He ended up losing his life due to gun violence because of some gang-related gang-banging shit on the bus that didn't even involve him. It involved the guy on the bus. And the crazy part about it is that dude and his friends got on the bus and shot at everybody and didn't hit him at all. They shot at everybody and hit everybody but the guy who they were aiming for. But Blair Holt ended up losing his life. So when a lot of people ask me what's some of the first shots in the one-shot rack, I tell them I can't really tell them anything like that because shit, that'd be a lie to tell you that. They've been killing. It's been bad, sad shit happening out here. But if I was to name one thing that kind of stood out in my mind that I think kind of got me up on noticing how crazy this shit was out here, even though I've been knew how crazy it was, but on some blog shit, wanting to document it type of shit, I would say it's this guy death in 2007. His name was Blair Holt. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter. Bleh, 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 bleh.